is there.
You sure? I thought this was Overwatch.
No, this is League of Legends.
Ah, got it. All right, I was in the wrong esport. My bad.
Overwatch surely is the wrong esport. That's what they call it.
Yep. So it looks like we might be seeing. We have not had the late start. It looks like all of we're gonna see that Syndra and everyone all together on Howard inside that top side. They look like they're possibly going for an invade with that Kazakhs actually going in deep, and they're gonna box just a little bit. But this might be a little debate.
A B. It's quite a tantalizing one, though, isn't it? All four in a bush there. Well, they're not going to bother. We're just going back home and walking out once again. So it's looking like a Lucian in the mid up against the Orianna. A repeat of, I can't remember exactly who it was, but we've seen this matchup and it didn't go well for the Orianna.
It was Howard. It was literally the last game we played. It was Howard versus Cardinal. We did see the Howard on that Lucian versus that Orianna. Lucian had the major advantage going throughout that laning phase with that range, with that poke over Orianna. So I guess we are going to be seeing an APC in the bot lane with that Syndra. So I'm curious to see how that's going to match up versus that Tristana Rakan that's going on in the bot lane.
Right. Yeah, I haven't seen a Rakan yet today. For the first time, we'll be seeing that champion. Same with the Kazakhs, I want to say. Nocturne has been a firm favorite, and for good reason. Very, very strong champion.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of CC coming out in that bot lane with the dredge line and the snare by Nautilus, and we do have the E from Syndra to pushback, which can result in a double stun. So I'm curious to see how this is gonna go once we hit level 3.
So far, ooh, Rakan's in with the stun. Tristana would love to have got a poke there or two, but doesn't quite manage it. Here's Lucian in the mid, getting some serious damage done up against the Orianna. And Darius up against the Ornn. As we've been saying all day long, the Ornn, a real powerhouse to the top lane at the moment. So tanky. There's not much that bothers him, is there?
Yeah, he is a pivotal pro choice when you pick in the top lane right now. But it looks like we are going to see an engage from the bot lane, and Rakan's going to dash out with his life. Now, the one thing I will mention right now that we see, like, look at the summoner spells across the board. We do have the teleport onto the Lucian, but nothing on that top lane side for on the side of Howard. So Howard elected to have Darius with the Ghost and not with any teleport there. So if we see an early kill out of Ornn in the top lane, we're going to see a lot of XP go the way his way.
So talk to me about this Syndra, the APC. What are the real pros and cons? What are the risks associated with running an APC?
So the risk is, you see that, well, looking at the map, there's not going to be a real big risk because we do have an ADC in the mid lane. But if we ran with 2 APs in the mid and the bot lane, we'll be looking at, like, literally mag resist will be the way to go. But, oh, we see in that fight in the, oh!
And he does it, but here's Nocturne. At least gets to return, of course, the first blood. Ever so valuable, but not as bad as it could have been because of that jungler's fortuitous positioning.
Yeah, so unfortunately Nocturne did have to burn that flash in order to secure the kill, but we do see that nice trade. But yeah, like we were talking about earlier, Lucian will outscale Orianna in the beginning of the game. Orianna at the end, once she has a more utility, will fare better against Lucian, but at the start, it's not going to be looking good. Oh.
Speaking of not looking good, both these top laners ever so unhealthy. Darius will just about get away. They both use their flash, and they'll both live. Barely.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have both flashes burnt in the top lane. So we're looking at something that it's going to be an interesting top lane now dynamic, because we do see that Nocturne is rotating up.
Oh, just off the mark was the Nautilus. That ever so close, didn't quite have the range.
Yeah, so the APC in the bot lane is gonna have a lot of things. So APC is not gonna have that quick AD. Is gonna rely on a lot of skill. So if we're looking at Syndra's mana management right now, she has none. So this would be the right time to have that gank come through by George Washington, because she has no escape right now.
Okay, and here comes Rakan. Triss jumps in as well. The damage, I don't think it's quite there. They're really going to focus on this Syndra hard. He's trying to kite, get some damage done herself. The Triss goes in, and it's all in at this point. The Syndra, can she stay alive? She does, with the teleport coming in. The Kazakhs here as well. The Nautilus now looks for more. We say goodbye to the Orianna. Does the Rakan get out? Absolutely not. Double kill for the Kazakhs.
Yeah, we're looking at that was a major swing on the point of Howard. Like I said, that teleport came in pivotal. They were able to re-engage on that fight, keep that fight going, pick up the multiple kills in the bot lane, and now we're looking at a snowball possibly coming for that Kazakhs. We do see him at 2-0, so we have to watch him with the way he roams. He definitely can fight Nocturne in his jungle now.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, isn't it? That one jungler now quite massively ahead of the other through no fault of the opposing jungler's own, really. But it's going to be tough. That Kazakh should have more or less free reign.
Yeah, Kazakhs is going to have free reign of both jungles, and we're still going to see that Orianna struggle in the mid lane. So I'm wondering how George Washington will actually change up their strategy. They still do have the advantage a little bit in the bot lane with that APC. If they can get Nocturne to come in on that Syndra, we might be seeing another transition of power in that bot lane.
Oh, Nocturne. That's the quickest kill you've seen all day.
Yep, and we see Nocturne did pick up that kill onto the Lucian. That Nocturne is still going to be scary. That Lucian has escapes with his dash, but that's really all he has with no flash down, so he's going to be able to have his way. The one good thing about Nocturne not using his ult versus that Lucian, he's able to dash in, save his Orianna, and pick up another kill. Oh, Orin get taken down. Oh, the ticks from Darius's passive.
That's so sad. That's so not what you want. Oh, hurts to watch. Really does. This Syndra seems to be having quite a good time in this lane. Pretty decent creep score advantage. I like it. I like the AP.
Yeah, it's looking good right now in that bot lane. Looks like they are going to get in on that Nocturne, and Syndra's going to pick up that pivotal shutdown gold.
I gotta say, this is one of the more one-sided early games we've seen today. I think Howard are looking very good. It's almost a 1.5K lead, and we're not even at the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, it's looking good for Howard here. If they can keep this advantage going, they will be able to hopefully get this over into the mid game right now. Seeing that we're still in that early game portion, I would just take a look out for that Nocturne. That Nocturne can be a game changer when it comes to ganking. That Nocturne can get super powerful and just never die.
Let's see what they managed to do with it. A plating going to go the way of Darius in the top lane, gonna harass Sion as well, just a little bit. And this mid lane, you know, it's not going as badly as I might have expected. As Aurelia does actually do a decent job of trading out with the Lucian. He's going to flash, and here's the Nocturne saving that Aurelia. Not Aurelia, sorry.
That Orianna.
Orianna. Oh.
That was a big hourglass by that Orianna to save her life. If she didn't have that hourglass, we would have been looking at a dead Orianna, and we still probably would have had that kill traded out by that Nocturne. But it looks like top lane that re-engage come through.
And that will be the top tower. Oh, Syndra hunting the Nocturne. This is confident, isn't it?
Oh, that fear by the Nocturne saved his life. Because if you look at Syndra with that exhaust summoner spell, she literally gets rid of all of Nocturne's advantage with his quick auto attacks.
Yeah, that was a little bit scary. I was surprised. Like, I was surprised the Syndra was even going for it. Never mind that it all, like, almost worked. That really shocked me. Yeah, so top tower's gone. It feels like George Washington are already in this very defensive posture. And like you were saying, the Nocturne can be a game changer, but it feels like it needs to be. Like, there's no other choice than this Nocturne going huge right now. So I worry for that individual player, thinking that all the pressure in the world is on them. This Ornn even dropping low. Darius with the damage. Lucian gonna zone out the Orianna, but here's the Nocturne going in, going huge.
Like I said, what is the one champ that I said would be a game changer for George Washington? Is that Nocturne. That Nocturne is now 6-1. That Nocturne is going to be able to get around the map, cut off sightlines for Howard, and make the big plays for George Washington. Oh, this went. Now, if you look at the gold advantage, oh, we're going to see another big fight near Dragon.
And there we go. This Nocturne is getting, just completely out of control. 9 for 1. The Kazakhs looking to change things, and there it is. The assassination. So much gold onto that Kazakhs now, and we're 11-10, but it's anybody's game. Darius now jumping on the Orianna. The Orianna looking to fight back. Meanwhile, Kazakhs has got the Dragon. Darius with a dunk.
Yeah, this is becoming a topsy-turvy game. Now it's looking like the Nocturne is going to be what's going to carry George Washington to victory, and we do see the Kazakhs is going to be 5-2. So it's going to be a battle of the junglers. We've been ignoring junglers all day. Well, I've been ignoring junglers all day. I'm sorry, everyone, but this game is going to come down to the battle in the jungle.
Certainly is. Darius going to be taking a mid plating. Here comes that Nocturne. Maybe felled once, but surely hard to take down again. And it's going to be the Rakan actually taking the kill. Still, 3k advantage for Howard. It's all on this Nocturne. All on this Nocturne. And we've seen that they are mortal.
Yeah, so we're going to be looking at that Nocturne is going to be able to get out with his Darkness Trail. We are going to see that Syndra alone in the bot lane, but Rakan's going to pop his ult for nothing.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a waste. The Syndra's had a great game. Playing sometimes sort of on the razor's edge, I feel, but look at this confidence. Just wants to throw the turret out there. I love it. Looking to group for the dragon. Coming up fairly soon, is it not? Oh, no. It's just a ward.
Yeah, they're clearing out vision on the side of Howard.
I pay too much attention to the pings. Well, not enough.
And it looks like we're going to have an engage.
Here comes the Rakan. Ooh. The damage not really there. Here is the Orianna going to slow the Nautilus, who is... Well, he's a tanky guy, but I think he will fall eventually as... Bang! Here comes the Nocturne. There's one, there's two, and look at the damage onto that Lucian. But oh, the ult from the Lucian and the Kha'Zix as well. Gonna get felled though. Now onto the Orianna, the Lucian. It's his turn to go big. Rakan to fall. It is a bloodbath in the bottom lane.
That Lucian did come up big with that all. Nocturne did get hit with every single shot of that all, put him super low, and then we had the Kha'Zix came down just for the little bit of cleanup, and he did pay with his life, but we're gonna see that double kill over to Lucian, give him that little bit of power spike that he is gonna need to hopefully fight that Nocturne in the jungle.
Absolutely. Lucian will knock down that bottom tower. The gold lead, it's been a steady 3k. Hasn't really moved. And that's quite promising, I feel, if you're on the side of George Washington. You're 3k behind and you're still able to fight pretty reasonably well. But now we've got a pretty big Lucian, a pretty big Kha'Zix. The Darius is doing all right. I still think there's too much weight on this Nocturne at the moment because nobody else is having an especially good game.
Yeah, Nocturne is going to be the key to victory for George Washington right now. George Washington won't be able to do anything without Nocturne. All the gold is currently on to Nocturne, so Nocturne will be the pivotal point of this match.
All right, Rakan going in up against the Nautilus as they just sort of... Oh, they slap each other a little bit, but here's the Nocturne with the big damage, and that's a double. So quick, so easy.
And we see, like, so we're looking at George Washington. They have 16 overall kills, and Nocturne has been a part of every single kill. Yeah, he has 100% kill participation right now.
Yeah, the Rakan has been getting a few last hits on these kills that perhaps he shouldn't have, but what can you do? Nocturne goes in on the Syndra, but already the Darius is there. Knocks him down, and now Lucian jumping in, ulting. Orianna drops, Darius dunks. It's all going the way of Howard Community College. It's a triple kill for the Darius. Make it 4, make it 4.
I would say give him the penta, but they're already dead. And that's where the con comes, when one member of your team has all the gold and the damage, and it's spread out for the other team. They get the advantage of everyone having gold, everyone has fed. Because once that one fed person goes down, you are effectively screwed. As we see in that team fight, once that Nocturne went down, everything else fell.
What a hope is there? If you're George Washington right now, you're so all in. But the Nocturne's taken a few spills at this point. He's not the powerhouse he once was. The Trist hasn't got off the ground. The Rakan has a decent amount of farm, but it's on a Rakan. This feels very awkward at this point.
Well, the Rakan was, every time he does take a farm, it does get over to his ADC. So we really don't have, we can take a matter of the fact that inside of Rakan's farm, that's going to be included on Tristana's farm. So if you look at that, Tristana is approximately about a 150. If average about 20 farm in lane went over to her.
This Kha'Zix, huge kill potential as well, 7-4 and 1. The Darius, though, was the star of the show in that last fight with the Quadra, of course. And Darius is a champion that can get out of hand in a big way, right?
Yeah, Darius, once Darius gets going, he has his passive that chunks you. Then he's going to have that ghost to run you down, Q you, bring you back to the fight, and ult you. And then once he pops his ult once, he's just in angry mode. He's going to just start taking down one by one by one.
They are able to stem the bleeding a little bit. We saw some attempted aggression from Howard there. But they move away. And it's all okay. Orn getting his farm top. Darius looking for a backstab, I think. Not going to get it.
Yeah, so we're looking at that 5-kill advantage coming over from Howard right now. So we got to see what Nocturne is just going to need to spread the kills around. Like, we have 3 in the support line, but we have literally 1 for every other position. But looks like Nocturne is going to get caught out. And it looks like we're going to have a dead Nocturne and just an absolutely beefy Darius going all in.
Is that going to... No, okay. There is a shield. But...
Yeah, without that shield, Ori would have been dead. But we have all the lane priority on the side of Howard right now. This is looking like they're going to have that salty run back with Cardinal Esport.
Pushing in mid, pushing in top, pushing in bot. What more could you ask for if you're on Howard? Well, killing that Rakan would have been nice, and Nautilus goes in, but to no avail. Meanwhile, Lucian pushing in bot, getting all that free farm. The turret's taking damage. The Kazik has neglected top and just decided to come out and farm some more. Nocturne, though, coming in. Darius has to move quickly. And it's 4 chasing him. Is he going to be okay? Dodges the skill shot, and here's Lucian. And even Nocturne, farmed as he is, has to think again.
Yeah, and looking like we should be hopefully seeing a Baron play out of Howard right now. They have that lead, and they need to capitalize on it. It looks like they're not going to see anything going around on the side of George Washington, so they need to start prepping to see if they're going to actually start that Baron.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Please. Okay, the Nocturne lives. That's pretty good.
Another kill onto that Nocturne. So at least George Washington has prevented the Baron, it looks like, for now, since we have Kazakhs down on the side of Howard. But that's another kill onto that Nocturne. Like, that's not what you... Actually, at this point, that's not what you want to see. Nocturne's going to be at full build probably before we hit the 30-minute mark. And that's not good, because the rest of his team are floating around with 1 or 2 items because of this gold deficit. All the gold is on that Nocturne right now.
It really is. It really, really is. And I think it's just that versatility you have on the other side is the real strength here of Howard right now. Orn. At the front, as he should be, the Nocturne has to get some free space to do his work.
It looks like we got to have
the
it
wrap
all
around.
in.
Not going in to the Darius, but the Darius... Oh, no. Huge AoE damage, but it doesn't really matter on Orn now with the ult starting up against 3. Nautilus doing good job of tanking, though, and look at the damage the Lucian's putting down, completely uncontested right now, just at the edge of the fight. It's beautiful stuff from Lucian. It's beautiful stuff from Kazakhs. The Nocturne's still alive for now. Not anymore. Kazakhs with the triple, and that is a very, very solid fight, if only because it secures the dragon.
Yeah, that was a very solid fight on the side of Howard. Now, we do see the Nocturne actually did not get all the kills in that fight, with 1 kill coming over from Oriana in the middle of that fight. But still, once that Nocturne gets taken down or CC out of the fight, that's end of it. Like, you have Darius. They all went in on that Darius. Darius managed to survive long enough for the rotation by Howard to pick off everyone else. They're on the ropes at George Washington. Like, there's not a lot they can do. There's not a lot of gold coming around. They need to farm up and secure objectives at this point. And they currently have no wards on the best objective on the map, and that's Baron.
Yep, you're not wrong. $5K, still the difference. It's been that way for a little while now. Darius looking to get a little bit frisky, but yeah, thinks better of it and walks away. The Orn there really would turn things against him. Never mind how strong this Nocturne is. And Darius actually comes in asking for help, I would imagine. You can see the Syndra, the Nautilus, and they're making their way over, as is the Kha'Zix. Rakan now in the middle. And, oh, this might get awkward for him. Nocturne jumps in onto the Syndra, but Kha'Zix continues to be the Nocturne counter.
He gets Nocturne absolutely gets CC'd out of that fight. He thought Syndra was alone, but nope. Kha'Zix was right there. Syndra stunned him with her E, and Kha'Zix just absolutely executed him because he was alone. It looks like we are going to get a big team fight around Baron. This could be possibly the final fight if this goes the way of Howard Esports.
Certainly could be the case. Darius gonna take down the Orianna. Nautilus now charging in, Ornn stunned up and dropped. It's the Trist, the Nocturne, and the Rakan left over, but that Trist is hanging on by a thread right now. So it's going to be a quick push with the buff as well. That's going to be Inhibitor. That's going to be probably a couple of turrets. That could well be the game.
This is looking like it's going to be the game. They still have 2 down, and Howard has everybody up. They have the Baron. There's not really much you can do about it. This is looking like it's going to be over right here. We have the Nocturne actually just going to try to go in and save the game. He's going to get instantly taken down. The game is done. We're looking at a salty run back from our winners finals. We're going to see Howard facing off against Cardinals in this final. And just with a little bit of side of BM there by getting onto the Summoner platform.
Nexus falls. GG is cool. It will be Howard Community College going to the grand finals for a rematch with Cardinal University.
Yeah.